Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My role this evening as a general evaluator is to introduce the evaluation team. And the evaluation team comprises of the two evaluators for speech number 1 and speech number 2, the timers report, the our own counter, and the word of the day. I'm going to begin by introducing speech number 1 is being evaluated by Victor Pitts.
I have the pleasure of evaluating our very own secretary, Mrs. Patricia Kelly. Pat, speech title, yeah. Number 1, I have to let you know that you have a distinct voice. I like your voice. I don't know if it's a little bit of an accent, but you have a very distinct voice. And I enjoy it. I like when you speak because it's just the tone and the pitch that you have. It's very unique and it's very, I think, lends itself for you speaking and delivering speeches and talking and delivering stories. So I think you do an excellent job and you should deliver more speeches whenever possible. So next week, let's take it. Your job here was to provide us with vocal variety. I thought your topic selection lent itself to vocal variety. And I thought it was a very clever speech that you put together. You crafted a very clever speech. What happened? I thought initially, I thought you were just going to tell us about your cat, about yowling. I don't know, you hear cats. I was like, oh, listening to Snickers. I was like, whatever, Snickers. Listening to some cat. But excellent. You took us on, it's like 3 mini speeches. You went from transition from speech about Snickers, and then you went into the way that we communicate with one word or many words, the way that our tone communicates to people. And you had a mini vocal triad within the way if you just say the same thing over in different tones, the way it can mean different things, we can interpret different ways. And then you finished it up by tying it in with how there's an amount of reduced verbal communication, which I thought was excellent, the way to string that together, the way you brought it all together. Because you could have just stuck with Snickers, but you went to 3 different places, you kept us entertained, and you brought us along, and you used a good deal of vocal variety. You had excellent reading. Pitch was well, it was conversational. One of the things that I noticed was your body language, and I don't know if you meant to do this or if you noticed it, but when you were talking about Snickers, you were actually pacing back and forth up your like cat. And then you stopped once you stopped talking about Snickers, and you came and you brought it in. I thought that was interesting. Don't know if you did it on purpose, but
I see crazy.
I thought that was interesting, so it was a good use of body language there. The main thing was the organization and the expressiveness, because you let us know when Snickers comes. When another cat comes to the door, that's when you went up in volume. And there were other times where Snickers wants to get on the couch, then you lowered your voice and you gave us more expression. So there was a good deal of vocal variety there. So I gave you the vocal triad and the expressiveness. The one thing I think you could have added, you used a few, but I think you could have added a few more pauses within your speech. And it's not like you needed a lot more. Just to add a little build up, a little bit of anticipation. But with the transition of the topics within the speech, that was the main thing that you really touched on. The reduced verbal communication, I would have liked you to just provide us with a couple more examples there as well, just because there's so many examples that they have. Because honestly, I just wasn't ready for you to finish your speech, which is selfish from my part. So I was just back there relaxing, so I wanted you to carry on a little bit more. But I thought it was excellent the way, it was great the way that you kind of touched on the way we just have broken down with verbal communication, because people don't enjoy banter very much anymore. Wordplay, a little bit of verbal sparring. Matt and I will go back and forth every now and then, have a little fun little sparring. I think of myself as a linguistics pugilist.
I like that.
That is my evaluation. Overall, you did a great job. I think you hit the target of this speech, the vocal variety, and you did it in a creative way. I just really wanted to commend you on the way that you structured. I don't know if you meant to structure it that way, but the way that you structured that speech and you took us through it, it's very clever, and it really lent itself to the vocal variety. So you did a great job, and we look forward to hearing you speak again next week. No pressure.